Good morning, dear students. Welcome in social science class. Dear students, although we have completed this chapter number 7, that is our settlements, I'm just going to give you a gist only of this chapter now because many students were not present. So the second video is associated with this chapter, that is factors responsible for permanent settlement. I'm not giving a proper reading section from here because in 2 lectures or 4 lectures we have completed this one in extra live classes. So next first factor is availability of water. Any settlement is set up near the water bodies always because it is good for the civilization also if agriculture point of view, and from the other sources also, whether it is of industrialization or any work. If water facilities are not there, the settlements cannot work over those areas. So next we have here one important term is there, wet point settlements. Wet point settlements are those who are living or who are settled near the water bodies. Next we have relief features. Relief feature also playing a very important role for the settlements because whenever we have plain areas, it is associated with different physiography of the uh, area. If we have plateaus, mountains, sorry, in these areas people cannot prefer to settle down, but in plains it is very important the people can be more settled just because of more facilities in specific these areas. And in other on the other hand, each and every people, they are easily moved from one place to another just because of these facilities. And next we have, otherwise if plains are not there and some rough terrain is there, then the population or the settlement can be dispersed or scattered. Next we have the special sites. Special sites are also very important because sometimes what happen, these special sites like the tourist places or tourist based towns are very important as employment point of view. Like we have example of Srinagar, Goa, Shimla. Many tourists are coming there and they are having a good source of income from these tourists. All right. They will come, they will spend more money on different areas, whether it is associated with the shopping, whether it is associated for the boarding and lodging. And next we have transport and communication, very important, and many times we have read this topic in different classes also, and in previous classes also you have read. Transportation means moving of people as well as goods and services from one place to another, and it is very important because earlier we were not having a very good transport facilities, and the people, they were preferring to walk and or to move to cover a huge distance with the with sorry by foot, and they were carrying the load also on their back or head. And then the invention of wheel was there and bullock carts were came into the existence, but still they were also not that much successful. And the role of transport is very important for the development of any country also, because when a development and transportation system of any country is very good, the infrastructural facilities are very good, then what will happen, the economic development of particular country can also be increased, and people will get more employment factors, employment sources, and it can connect the different cities and towns in different regions. And although on the other hand, it can reduces the backwardness of the specific region, because until and unless if transport facilities are not there, people are not able to get more facilities. All right, and they are not able to go in different places also. So that's why the transportation facility is also very important in remote areas as well as in plain areas. Next we have modes of transportation, very important: roadways, railways, waterways, airways, and pipelines. We have 5 types of transportation modes of transportation. Roadways, these are the very important, cheapest also as compared to railways, airways, pipelines. Although we are talking about waterways, so it is the cheapest and oldest mode of transport. But on the other hand, roadways, they are very important as a transport point of view, because they are roadways are providing door to door service. All right. On the other hand, railways, waterways, airways, they are not providing us door to door service, but the roadways are only the transport which are providing door to door service, and easily they can transport the perishable items which can destroy within a moment of time, like fruits and vegetables, and they can provide these facilities in a speedy movement. On the other hand, construction and maintenance of roads also cheaper as compared to airways or railways. In waterways, there is no maintenance and of construction, but in railways and in airways, it is quite expensive as compared to roadways. Next, we have the railways. Railways are also very important, and it is also known as the lifeline of country because they are very much useful for number of passengers, for carrying number of passengers at the same time for longer distance, and on the other hand they are carrying heavy goods and luggage also from one place to another. All right, and even it is a fastest, comfortable, or on the other hand less expensive also. Next we have means of transport, that is railways. Earlier we were using the coal engines, but nowadays we are using the electrical engines and diesel engines which are having a capacity of, they are having the more capacity to carrying loads or to carrying large number of passengers from one place to another. And here we have examples of Rajdhani Express as well as Shatabdi Express. They are very fast in service, and we are having the example of metro in Kolkata, very famous underground metro station is there, metro trains are there, and the oldest we can say that, which is constructed during the British period of time. And nowadays we have in Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru, Jaipur and Chennai also, but these also providing such facilities for carrying number of passengers at the same time. Next we have waterways, is the cheapest mode of transportation or for carrying heavy and bulky goods, because waterways are very useful for carrying the heavy goods like locomotives, spare parts. And waterways are beneficial for those countries who are located near river banks. Navigable canals also very important for that. Nowadays, large and mechanized ships are equipped with all modern facilities which are able to carrying heavy loads and able to transport such things from one place to another, as well as they are doing trade also. And they are also known as floating towns because each and every facility they are getting in big ships or steamers. Look at the picture also, a big ship it is, and each and every facility they are getting in this, whether it is mall, whether it is cinema hall, anything, playgrounds, each and everything they are getting in these ships. Next we have airways, it is very expensive, latest also, only it will helpful during the time of emergency, but nowadays people are preferring to go just because of shortage of time, they are preferring such airways, but it is not affordable by each and every people because it is quite expensive, and it is its maintenance also quite expensive, because when we are talking about the runway of aeroplane, it is quite expensive for its maintenance. Airbus has in way distance and converted the world into a one unit. This means of transport is highly suitable for those areas where railways and roadways cannot be uh, constructed because of difficult terrain and physiography. But still, this is not that much useful, because number of people in India, they are not having such kind of financial situations which can afford their travel through airways. Next, we have pipelines. It is also a very important mode of transportation for the liquid or gaseous materials like slurry. Once they were the government or the authorities, they are converting solids into slurry. Slurry means liquid, and they are just going one place to another, or they are traveling one place to another. So next, this is very important for the slurry movement or for slurry transportation. Like iron ore is converted into slurry, rock phosphate also converted into slurry, that is a liquid form. and one place to another they are transporting. Very much important example they have given us: HBJ, Hazira Bijapur Jagdishpur gas pipeline. It is around 1700 kilometer. It is of length 1700 kilometer, and this natural gas pipeline runs through four states of India: Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh. These are the main four states where from HBJ pipeline is moving. Next, we have communication. It is also very important. Communication means exchange of ideas and views from one person to another. We have already discussed these topics in previous chapters. It is maybe personal or maybe sorry, it is maybe personal as well as mass. Communication networks have become very important for exchanging knowledge as well as ideas in different manner and to contribute the economic development as well. This also helps in developing social relationship and unity. When we are discussing things, when we are interacting with people, then we are able to know their customs and traditions, and we are able to maintain the relations with other people for a trade point of view. During natural calamities like floods, drought, etc., the means of instant communication such as TV and radio flash news so that relief can be rushed to the spot immediately. Yes, earlier we were not able to get such informations, but nowadays we have lot of good facilities which are providing by the government, and we are able to get each and every information within no time. Modern time, in olden times, pigeons were used to send messages to different places, and then so and telegraph, newspaper, magazines, into television, telephone, etc. Nowadays we are using this, but in early period of time pigeons were used, and we don't know how the pigeons were used as a source or the medium of uh, sending the messages. And today, satellite is the most powerful medium of communication in the world. It provides television services even in the remote areas of the country. Just because, with the help of satellites, and computer is yet another great invention by the man, and it has revolutionized the process of communication through email, internet, CDs, pen drive, laptop, palm top. All these facilities we are having these days, and we are getting a very good a reflection of these things, and we are able to upgrade ourselves, and if we are able to provide each and everything to someone else from where we want to trade, and even if we want to upgrade ourselves, then also we can get each and every information. So this was all about your chapter. Thank you.